Hey y'all, it's Joanna, and I love to DIY on a budget and make beautiful home decor. And if you like to sew, then catch me on Saturdays. Now, let's get crafty. It's day 7, and that's gingerbread. That's one of my favorites, but y'all, I didn't have time to do but 2 projects because I'm busy, busy, busy. So this is the 12 Days of Christmas with host Brenda at Rustic and Lace DIY and KRISTA at KRISTA's Crafty Life. And I want to tell you too, I appreciate you doing this so much. This has been so much fun and I love it. Um, but anyways, their links will be in my description along with the entire playlist that will surely inspire you to make some Christmas decor. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, so for the first one, I have this plaque that I got from Dollar Tree. I know that I've seen them this year. I got this last year, but I've seen them this year. My window's crooked. It was driving me crazy. So I was taking my heat gun. Now the way to get these off is to hold your heat gun there and easily pry and wiggle without getting burned. Yeah, without getting burned. Um, and it will turn around on you and spin around on you like that right there, and then you turn it around and then you keep digging and then keep going. It looks like I'm really working at it, but I was really being easy, I promise. Now I did get it loose and it was a little bit it took some of my wood, but that's okay. So I was going to use that, but it burnt my finger. So I got the scraper here. It wasn't a razor blade because you'll chew right through your wood, but it's a putty knife. And I putty knifed and scraped my glue off, and then I'm going to sand it real quick to make sure all that glue is off there because I'm not staining, I'm painting, but I still didn't want all that icky junk on there. So, anyway. So now I'm just going to take, let me see, pink paint. I'm going to use ballet slipper, okay? Ballet slipper paint, but right now I'm going to put something there. So I'm taking spackle and I am going over that tree, and that will give it a covering. And because it's indented, when you laser on something, it puts a little indentation in it, so that'll help get rid of that. So I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to take my window and I'm just simply going to put Titebond Quick and Thick on there and glue that right back down. So I have this little wooden gingerbread in my stash. I'm almost out of them. It makes me sad, but I can cut them out with my X tool. But anyways, I'm just going to paint this with my nutmeg brown acrylic paint. I've got plaster of Paris in this to make it a little thicker. But anyways, it's just nutmeg paint, and then I'm going to dry it with my heat gun. And yeah, make you watch me because like you don't know how to dry it with a heat gun. Maybe I don't know. Anyway. Uh, I'm going to take this acrylic marker, which did not work. I'm just going to tell you. It did for the eyes, but for my squiggles, I might as well just put lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe this off with a cloth, and then I'm going to do it with a fine paintbrush and acrylic paint. See, and then that looks better. At least it looks like little zigzags anyways, but, yeah. So now I had to lay all that on there because that thing was warped like I don't know what. But I'm going to sand that off. And then when I get all that sanded off, I'm going to take now my ballet slipper pink from Waverly. And I'm going to give this a coat of paint. And I'm going to paint everything. And I mean everything. So, yeah, that was sticking up a little bit. I get that stuck down. So, anyways, I'm going to give it a coat of ballet slipper pink paint right there. See? Ballet slipper pink paint. The whole thing, I said. The whole thing. There you go. Okay, so this first idea, I didn't keep it. Okay? This was a thing I seen on Pinterest. And I liked it. So, I'm just going to show you what I did. You may like it. These were just not right color pink. Or just not the right color pink. Just not pink. Y'all, frazzle dazzled. So I'm carefully going to cut this out because I'm going to rip it off later. But anyway, I'll just show you after I get done what it looks like here. Okay, so that's what it looked like, and I was gonna cover it with paint, but I painted the inside of my windows gray, and then I put that bead of just pearls across the top. That looked better to me. Now I'm gonna make a door, because when I painted it with chalk paint, you can't see a door. So I'm taking these little skinny sticks. Now you can buy little skinny sticks on Amazon. You can't find these at Walmart anymore. That's where I got them, and they don't sell them anymore. So I'm going to take these, and I'm just going to mark it, and I'm going to use my miter shears, and I'm going to cut these sticks down, and I'm going to make me a door, because like I said, you couldn't see it and it looked kind of funny. If you got 3D windows, you need a 3D door, don't you? Yeah, I thought so too. Y'all are right every time. I love it. So I'm going to take Titebond, and I'm just going to glue this down. I can barely see the existing lines, like barely, but if I did anything with it, like, you wouldn't be able to see it. So the door just made better sense to me. So I'm just gluing this on with Titebond. It looks like an old screen door when I get done. But anyways, when I get it on, I'm going to paint it the same color as the house, because that would look funny if you didn't. So yeah. So I cut another one to put down in the bottom. Yeah, right like that right there. So yeah. So when I get that done, I'm going to glue them all in place and paint them pink. When it all dries, I'm going to take my puffy paint, and I am going to start filling in where the snow is on the bottom. Okay. And then I'm going to paint this tree in. Well, I'm going to paint the tree in first, obviously. And then I'm going to do, I don't know what I'm going to do next. I can't remember. I don't know what I do from 1 minute to the next, honestly. Honestly, I don't. I'm the one that'll put stuff, something up where, I'm gonna put this up, and so nobody can find it. Yeah, even myself, I can't find it. But anywho, so I'm gonna take this puff paint, and I'm going on top of there's no snow up there, but I'm putting it up there. Okay. And this is my wreath. There's a wreath inside that door, and I'm just putting white dots to fill in where that wreath would be. And then I'm gonna do snow over the whole thing. Okay, the whole thing. Well, not the whole house, but the roof cap, windows, door, bottom, just, yeah. So this is what I got, and y'all, I'm almost out of puff paint. I need to get some more. But anyway, now I'm going to take this uh faux snow glittery stuff. It's really pretty. And I'm going to just, you see what I'm doing? Do you see what I'm doing? I'm sprinkling my tree. I mean, my house. My tree. Good grief. I'm sprinkling my house. Okay. And then I'm going to shake it off. Now, you do not want to hit that too hard, because this stuff is wet, and then your paint will just slide right down everything. So you just want to give it a little tappy tappy. And right here, there are some bigger chunks, and I'm taking them off. Okay. See, I had to push it back up right there, because I thought, don't do it, don't do it. But anyway, ain't that pretty? So I'm going to mush it down just a little bit. I'm putting it in. I had some barrier spots. So I'm just going to fill it in, push it down, and I'm going to do this all over my house. I'm going to set that to the side and let it dry somewhat. But I've got this little sign, and I'm going to take the back off, because I'm not going to use it as a sign, obviously. Not the back, the hook. And then I'm going to push my little doodads down, because they were loose. So I'm going to take this off. Y'all, I thought that was plastic. It is not. It is cardboard. I thought, I'll pop this off easy. It's plastic. Well, no. So anyway, I thought, I don't need that thing. So I paint it with plaster. Okay. Waverly plaster. The whole thing. I scrape some of it off, because paint and glue, it'll pull the paint off, and I didn't want to do that. So I put this on there, and then I ended up taking it off. I do use it, but I'm going to glue it down to the middle, and that's going to hold my house on here. So I'm just going to flip it around, put it right down in the middle. Now I'm going to take the house off, but I'm not going to take the middle off, okay? I set it over there to let it dry, but I ended up taking it off, because I had to do some more stuff to the house, and yeah. So that's what I done. Okay, here I am. See, there I done it. So I added a gingerbread, that gingerbread that I painted, to the bottom. Okay. And then I have these little candies, and my glue would not come out for the life of me. So I'm just going to take my Tite Bond, and I'm going to glue my little peppermint candy canes on like shutters. Y'all, this is so stinking cute. I thought, how are you going to have a gingerbread house with no candy? So yeah, so I'm putting my candy on. I wanted those big ones on there, but they were just too big. So there they are. They're all on there. And oh, I put snowflakes on there. I forgot. Glittery snowflakes because it was just open space and I didn't like it. So now I'm going to take Mod Podge. Okay. You can use whatever Mod Podge. It don't matter because we're going to cover it up. But this is my matte Mod Podge and it's what I had handy up there. I should have used my old Mod Podges and that way it would, get rid of them faster. But instead, no, I used the good one because that's how I work. But anyway, I'm going to spread my Mod Podge. You see what I'm doing? I'm putting it everywhere except for the outside. But I'm going to drag my paintbrush along that edge, okay? And that's going to give it some, that way my faux snow stuff will stick up there. I had way too much Mod Podge. You don't need a ton of Mod Podge. It'll just prolong the drying time. So I'm taking some of my Mod Podge out. And then all I'm going to do is dump that snow stuff right down in there and shake it out. That's all I'm going to do. Dump it in, or not dumping it in. I'm putting it in with my hand. But you can dump it in if you want to dump it in. I just didn't dump it in. Okay, I'm using my hand. But if you want to dump it, dump it. If you want to use your hand, use your hand. Whatever you want to do. It don't matter. And then shake it out, baby. But don't shake it hard. The whole thing will fall apart, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, after I got all that shook out, I'm just messing. It ain't gonna fall apart. After I got that all shook out, I had these two trees, and I put glitter paint on them because they were just white. They came from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to glue them right down there because, on that one side where I ripped the those jewels off, it ripped my little house there. So I moved that snow stuff to push those down to make good contact. Now I'm going to put Mod Podge over them. And it was way too much Mod Podge, but it don't matter. It's on there. I can't get it off. So I put that on there, and then I'm going to cover those with snow. And then this project is finished. Okay, this one is so easy, y'all. I got these stickers and these tags from Hobby Lobby. They were 40, 50, whatever percent off. And I am going to make some little ornaments. Well, if you want to use them as tags, you can. But I'm going to make some little ornaments for a mini tree or whatever you want to put them on. I don't have a tree, so I even had trouble showing you in the end. But yeah, so I'm going to take some of this paint, and it's kind of getting thick on me. So I watered it down a little bit just to, it'll go on better. End up now, I'm just going to tell you, I couldn't get this painted right. I was getting paint everywhere. So I'm going to cut those tags. I'm not going to use those things. So I cut them off, and I took my beads off, and I'm going to stain my beads red. I used way too much red paint, but that's okay. So I just pour my paint in here. Now, this is easy way to do it. The only thing you have to watch for is it'll clog your holes. And if you don't let them dry fast enough, which I didn't, I was in a hurry. I used a heat gun. But you'll have to take something and stick it down in your hole and open your holes up. You see them little beads in there? All painted just like that right there. So I'm going to lay a paper towel out, and then I'm going to dump my beads out and dry them. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I hit these with the heat gun, and they're little bitty beads. And I blew them all over. And I did ask the Lord, please help me find every one of these beads because I don't have any small enough to match these. And He let me find every single bead. That's how good God is. Oh, He's something. But anyway, I'm going to dry my beads. I just had to tell you how good God was. So everything is dry now. And I even give them tags a shot of heat. So make sure they were dry. So now I've got my little faux candy sprinkles I got from Amazon. They are linked in my Amazon store. And y'all, just use hot glue. Just a tiny bit of hot glue or something. This glue is a big blob. It comes out. It was 3-in-1. It's just like fabric tack, in my opinion. So I was going to put a little bit on there and using tweezers, but this glue was a pain in my booty. So I ended up taking that little detailed gun I got and using hot glue. You can use Titebond. You can use whatever glue you want to use, okay, to get these down. I'm just telling you, this didn't work for me, so I used hot glue. But that's what they look like when I'm done right there. Ain't they cute? So I've cut my string and it's 14 inches. And this is just baker's twine. And I think with gingerbread, baker's twine looks better anytime. So I'm just going to take my baker's twine and I'm going to put them through there. And then I'm going to make, take hot glue and put my 2 little strings together, run my 3 beads through there, and tie a knot. And that's how I'm going to do these little ornament taggy thingies, whatever. And then cut it off. Look, my hands are so disgusting. I like to never got that off. There they all are. And it is time for the final reveal. Y'all, I love that house. I do. I love these ornaments or tags. I do. They are so simple, so cute. You could do whatever you want to with them, but they're just pretty. Okay? They're just plain pretty. But anyway, tell me what you think. They were so easy too. Like, very easy. And I really wanted to show you every one of them. Every single one of them. Look at me. Oh, they're cute, ain't they, though? Move on. Come on, Joe. Move over. There you go. There's the house. Got my 2 trees there. They're glittering now because they're dry. Ain't that so pretty? That is so pretty. I need to pick off some of that stuff that fell on my beads, but it's okay. And I put a bow on the wreath and a snowflake for a doorknob. I forgot about that. But that's so cute. Tell me what y'all think. I wish I could have done more, but I just did not have time. And now, if you ain't going to stay for the song, you are a blessing. Goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow. But if you are, then... On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 jars of Mod Podge, a 6-pack of bobbins, 5 seam rippers, 4 yards of fabric, 3 pairs of scissors, 2 packs of needles, and a brand new sewing machine. Y'all are the best subscribers ever, I promise. I'll catch you tomorrow. You are a blessing. See you tomorrow, Lord willing.